What should you choose to protect your home? An alarm system or security cameras? Or maybe you don't have to choose at all. You'll find out in this episode. Discussion on what's better, an alarm or security cameras, have been heating up internet forums and social media groups for years. Today, we'll break the issue down to the basics and see where it leads us. First, let's take a closer look at the differences between the two solutions. An alarm is a burglary and robbery signaling system. That means it detects specific events, such as motion on your property, and immediately reacts, for example by activating a siren, sending a notification to the property owners, and alerting a security agency if the service is in place. There's a separate episode on how alarm systems work, so feel free to check that one out later for more info. On the other hand, a video surveillance system is used to record footage in real time and, in more advanced setups, audio as well. If someone enters your property or home, the camera will capture it. This footage can later help analyze what happened. What's more, modern security cameras often include image recognition, allowing them to send alerts to selected people when an intruder is detected. Interesting fact: you might come across a term like an event monitoring. But don't confuse it with security camera system, it's not the same. Event monitoring refers to a security agency that receives real-time alarm notifications, such as break-ins or fires, and reacts immediately. So, how does this all work in practice? And what actually performs better? Let's imagine this scenario. You're away from home and someone climbs over your fence, gets in, and then breaks into the house. If you have cameras with image analytics, you'll receive a notification that something's wrong and you can quickly access the situation via your smartphone. But if your cameras don't have image analytics, you're probably in for a very unpleasant surprise when you come back home. That said, no matter what kind of cameras you have, one big advantage of having them is that you can analyze exactly what happened by reviewing the footage. You might even be able to help the police identify the intruder and recover your stolen items, or at least get compensation for the damages. Now, let's take the same situation and see how it plays out with an alarm system. Detectors will detect the presence of the intruder on your property or inside the house and alert you, even with the most basic system. But it gets better. The system can immediately take action, like activating a loud siren or strobe light to alert neighbors and scare off the intruder. Some setups can even automatically lock doors, windows, or anti-burglary shutters, trapping the intruder inside and preventing him from escaping. So, not only will you be able to respond right away, the system itself will take action too. And if you're using a security agency, the system will notify them as well, and they'll dispatch an intervention patrol. The same applies to other emergencies, not just intrusion. In the case of fire or flooding, cameras might capture the event, but they won't react. An alarm system, however, will do so. That gives you the chance to act immediately, reducing or avoiding damages, extra costs, and sometimes even injury or loss of life. Modern alarm systems like INTEGRA, PERFECTA 64M or B-Wave can even take preventive action if they are properly configured. In case of a fire, they can shut windows to cut off oxygen and notify emergency services. In case of a flooding, they can shut off the water valve. If gas is leaking, they can cut the supply and ventilate the rooms. In practice, it's clear that alarm systems are more proactive. They don't just detect, but also respond and notify you. On the flip side, security cameras can be either completely passive or provide basic alerts, depending on the model. But their strength lies in documenting the event, helping to reconstruct what happened and identify the culprit or cause. That footage can often serve as evidence for the police, your insurer, or even in court. But comparing alarms to surveillance is a bit like comparing a smoke detector and a fire extinguisher. Both are useful in an emergency, but they don't replace each other, they complement each other. That's why the debate about alarms versus cameras still rages on. But it doesn't have to be an either-or decision. There is also door number 3, which is combining both systems. And really, isn't that the best scenario? Back to our example. Someone breaks into your property. If you have both an alarm and cameras, the system will immediately detect the intruder, activate the siren, possibly prevent them from escaping, and send out alerts, while you check the live feed on your phone to confirm what's happening. Real-time response, no guessing, no delay, full control. Plus, camera footage helps you verify whether it was a false alarm. Maybe the system detected your neighbor's dog or your kid forgot to disable the alarm. With surveillance, you can quickly verify and sigh with relief. And if you use a professional security agency, this also helps you to avoid unnecessary call-out costs. Remember that visible cameras and alarm devices already act as deterrents. Often, just the sight of security measures can be enough to make a burglar walk away. The result? No damages and peace of mind, which is really what it's all about. Interesting fact: cameras with image analytics can act like alarm detectors. The INTEGRA and PERFECTA 64M systems allow integration with video surveillance so that when a camera detects an intruder, it sends that info to the alarm control panel, which can then trigger the alarm. Even better, you can configure the system to activate the alarm only when both the camera and a detector confirm the threat. This greatly reduces false alarms. Ask your installer about this option. To sum up, integrating alarm and cameras is the best choice. But if you're not ready to invest in both right away, it's better to start with an alarm system since it offers more proactive protection. Still, think strategically when you choose your alarm. Pick an alarm that will let you integrate security cameras later and supports video previews directly in the system's mobile app. From Satel's range, that would be INTEGRA, PERFECTA 64M, and B-Wave. They can be integrated with security cameras from most major manufacturers, and everything can be controlled via one single app, where you'll always have live camera access. Interesting fact: in the INTEGRA system, you can assign automation commands directly to the camera view in the app. So, what does that mean? For example, while viewing your driveway camera, you can turn on the lights or open the gate with a single click to let in a courier or your guests. No more tapping through endless menus. Ask your installer if you can use this handy feature. Let us know in the comments if you're already using a combination of alarm and surveillance systems. Maybe you've discovered other benefits I didn't mention in this episode. And if you have any more questions about home security or smart home solutions, drop them in the comments too. I'll be happy to answer them in future episodes. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button below the video and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. See you next time. Bye!